So how do we contribute to the well-being of all to have a regenerative world? We need to connect to this first. So taking care of the earth, our environment, growing soil, protecting all living creatures, reversing the damage done by people. People care, building community, support and care for one another, respect and diversity. Future care, share the surplus from the regenerative actions, economic opportunities that come from and support regeneration and the future. And so seeds is the tool that supports all of this work. So it can be this tool that supports all of by rewarding your regenerative actions to grow the foundation or the soil for this new system. So to describe a bit more what seeds is, it's not printed money, but it's a kind of token. So here in Zimbabwe, we have EcoCash, for example, and any kind of mobile platform for money for people in other countries. So it's similar to that, but it's much better. Blockchain systems that have been around for some time, like you might have heard of Bitcoin. That was the only blockchain system that I'd heard of, but knew nothing really about before coming into seeds. But those are very different to seeds. Even the way they're created, the way they're generated is done in a non-regenerative way. So seeds is really thinking about from the very beginning how that value is created is through regeneration. So it's really very, very beautiful. The movement, it's not a few people making decisions. If you choose to go from when you get your passport, you'll come in as a visitor. And the more you take part, you grow from visitor to resident to a citizen of seeds. So everybody who's taking part in that can grow and can be part of the governance of seeds. So you take part in all the decisions that are being made. So nothing is hidden. It's all we work with the soil and nature, the more it will produce. Healthy soil, healthy plants, and healthy people. Seeds supports abundance. So if we're going to go to the abundance, seeds, the currency is better than free. So there's no charge, like with EcoCash, we know there's 3%. Someone the other day told me now it's 4% on transactions. But with seeds, you're actually being paid for every transaction that you make. So you get rewarded for using the seeds. All currencies are losing value, but seeds is a system which is being designed to stay stable. You get rewarded for buying regenerative goods and services rather than being charged for buying degenerative products. So seeds is about co-creating a world where financial flow is designed to reward, support, and encourage life-affirming regenerative practices. So maybe here we could, everybody, if you could maybe say a few words or write in the chat about what brought you to seeds? How did you hear about seeds? What inspired you to come here? If we just have a couple of minutes in the chat.
I will write on the chat.
Now, that was good.
Okay, so thank you again, guys, for your time. It's great information, and I'm very excited to be part of this very informative gathering. Me and my team have a project in Kenya, in West Pokot, with the ecosystem restoration camp. So we have been trying to connect to other individuals and organizations who are passionate about empowering community to get their hands dirty or to attaining food sovereignty. So that's the reason I'm here. I'm gathering information, seeing how the team and the community in West Pokot can be held accountable for regenerating their land and growing their own food. So I'm very happy and lucky to be receiving this information from you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Pepe, you wanted to say something as well? You have your hand up. No? The communities. And I heard about it from a friend and read the vision and loved everything about it. That's from Rufaro. And McDonald says, Seeds Zimbabwe contacted me after seeing the work we do as Planet Plus Nursery on Facebook posts. They contacted me and I explained what the seed currency is about. I like it as it is in sync with the work we already do. And then Tingan says, heard about this from Laurie and Astrid. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you, Stanley, and thanks everyone for sharing that. And I think it brings us back again to what Precious was saying about the gut feeling. And you know, that's it. Like when I first heard about seeds, as much as it wasn't something I was familiar with in the system that it's built on, the gut feeling was that this is amazing. and I really believe we should follow our gut feelings on these things. And I also believe that to be truly regenerative souls on this planet, we have to really connect with that instinct again, that instinct for all our actions. It's almost like when we look at permaculture and holistic management, we're trying to kind of bring the essence out of how to describe what is that feeling that we know is in us, that we know what the right things are to do, really, but that those have been broken over time.
So there's something more.
I don't know.
There's something more on the chat, Laurie.
Okay.
It's from Tingan saying, it comes handy as support to our regenerative work. And then Chennai says, inspired by curiosity, desire to develop, desire to set a good example, and desire to create like-minded community, closing poverty gaps and creating social and economic equity, desire to do good, want to heal the earth, maybe can be used to curb corruption, want to be inspired by others, like the idea of being rewarded for doing good, want to be part of a global community. Beautiful.
Beautiful, thank you. I don't know how these lines have come across, but hopefully you can see what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's happened. So I'm going to explain now a bit more about how you can take part in seeds. And we don't have to do everything today. We're going to create a WhatsApp group at the end, specifically for all the seeds heroes here today. If you have any problems with onboarding, getting the invite to work, downloading the app, we're gonna look at all those things. So it can seem a bit complicated, but so some of us here are part of the Zimbabwe Circle. We are ambassadors for seeds. We're passionate about this vision, and so we're here to support and see how we can help, even with the technical side, if there are any problems. So the first thing we do is we send an invite. If you don't have a smartphone, one of the options is that you can be sharing many accounts on one phone. So for example, if you're working as part of a permaculture garden and you are many members and you have a committee, you could have one phone for everybody in that who is a member of your committee or garden, and share the accounts. Each account would be private. You would be the only one that has access, but you can share that on one phone. So that is one option. If you don't have money for data to be able to access these things, this is also something that we're looking at. Like we did for today, we made a plan to swap seeds to be able to buy data so that everybody could join in today. There's no problem that's not solvable. We will try and come together and find the best solutions that work for you, your context in your community. And maybe it means it shouldn't even be on a smartphone. Maybe there are people in seeds in other countries are also looking at making it even simpler and taking it away from the technology side. So yeah, don't be disheartened if you think, okay, well, my phone isn't new enough to download this. This is the first step. So if you can download the Seeds Passport or the wallet, there's a light wallet that doesn't use as much data as well. Those are two options onto a smartphone. You can go into your app store. So actually, when you receive the invite on your phone through your WhatsApp or through your email, I'd put before that you should have an email address. It's actually not necessary. I went through the onboarding process again, and originally you had to have an email address, but you don't anymore. So this can just be done through the WhatsApp. So you open the link It will take you to your app store on your phone, and you can then download the Seeds Passport there. Soon there will be seeds will be available for computer. It's almost there, maybe even a week's time. So the blue link, not the ones that aren't in the blue, that's what you paste into your invite code box. So then you're going to be creating your own account where you choose your name and your password. The most important part is that there are 12 secret words.
I'm sorry, Laurie.
Right.
Let me mute. Let's mute people. I'll mute everyone. Then Laurie, you have to unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Danny. The most important part is the 12 secret words. You'll be given 12 secret words when you open your account. This is so it's safe, so that it's yours and no one else can access it. So you want to write those down and don't lose them. Put them somewhere really safe. Like I've literally written mine down and put them in my safe. But maybe you've got somewhere that you know that will be your secret words will be safe. Don't, like if I put it on the computer, maybe my computer breaks and then they're lost. So sometimes good old-fashioned writing on a piece of paper is the safest. Because you don't have to use these secret words every time you log into your account, but there will be times when you need to bring them up. There are other ways as well. You can have you can choose 2 people to be your key guardians, like 2 of your best friends, 2 people from your family. So if you did lose those words, they could help you unlock your account. But if you haven't done that and you've lost your secret words, you will lose access to your account. So yeah, and if you've got lots of seeds, that would be a huge shame. So okay, so then once that's happened, you would now have joined Seeds. So you can now receive the rewards for taking part in this training, which everybody will be receiving a bunch of seeds. I'm not sure how many, because it depends on how many people are here today, because there's several people on each call. So we will work out how many seeds everybody's getting, and then also thinking of what are future campaigns. So I'm going to move forward. Okay. So you can do it now, but I think some of you have the Seeds Passport. But I think what we'll do is at the end today, we will send invites to those who don't have an invite yet. And we will create the WhatsApp group for the Seed Heroes so that if there's any issues, we can help you through them. So also, if you're sharing a phone, this is the process that you can follow. You would, if you were going to be sharing a phone, for example, as a committee or a family or a village or whatever, a business, then you would need to first start with one Seeds account. So one person opens their Seeds account, make sure they write down their secret words and their password and keeps them very safe. When you get your invite, you'll receive some seeds. So now you can send an invite. Everybody who receives an invite has to have a minimum of 5 seeds. So if I send an invite with 5 seeds or 10 seeds, let's say, then the next person can send an invite to someone else with 5 seeds. So you can send that invite to the next person in your family, in your group. So everybody here will be getting a lot of seeds where you can invite lots of people. And it's not about creating a system of, again, scarcity. So you think, oh, this is for a few people, like only my closest. It's actually, it'll work way better the more people you invite and bring into the system. Abundance and diversity. So you can create lots of accounts on there. So imagine our current systems say money and profit are more important than the natural world. That is what's driving our culture's health and ecosystem into the ground. It's killing us. We want a new system. Imagine what you worked hard to build, your soil with compost, green manure, holistically managed livestock, and you were paid for this. Imagine we test the soil life, and the more life there is, the more you get. The more ground cover, no bare ground, the more you get. So what are the ideas you have right now around regenerative actions? What are you and others in your community could be rewarded for this? As a Zimbabwe Circle, we can support you to bring this campaign onto the Seeds platform, to bring this idea to all the citizens of Seeds and be voted on to receive Seeds. So Seeds is a system designed and governed by the people who use it. The system is designed to be stable. This should be around the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, when at the moment it's increasing in value until that go live point where it will be stable. So yeah, we've kind of said the rest, but maybe we go back to that question of what are the ideas or what are you doing right now that are regenerative actions in your community? If some of you would like to share around that, either in the chat or out loud.
All right, Laurie, I have a question. My question is specifically about the seeds token. I was checking the seeds token on the market, on CoinMarketCap and on Telos blockchain. You talked about it being a stable currency. It doesn't seem to be stable to me at the moment. And if it wants to be stable, if the seed currency is going to be stable, at what value are you planning to pay the seed currency?